Welcome back to the Northtown Center as we bring you Game 2 of the Whitecaps at Beauts weekend. The Whitecaps used a 4-goal run in the first 11 minutes en route to a 5-3 victory last night. Steve Bermel alongside Justin Eric ready to bring you another exciting NWHL game this afternoon. Justin, it felt like the Beauts were a bit surprised by the speed of the Whitecaps last night early in the game as 4 breakout passes led to 4 quick goals for Minnesota.
Yeah, 4 quick goals in the first 10 minutes of the game for the Whitecaps, and it proved deadly to the Beauts. They couldn't come back. They fought all game. They battled back with 1 goal and a late one by the Whitecaps to top it off. The Beauts got to look out for that speed today.
But after that, from that point on, the Beauts seemed to settle down a little bit, and they made some solid adjustments. They actually outscored the Whitecaps 3-1 the rest of the way.
Yeah, after the fourth goal, Pete Parham called a timeout and got his team settled down. They weren't really ready for the Whitecaps speed, and they hit them hard and they hit them quick, and that was the game.
So Fujimagari may not have had the best start herself either. Let a couple of maybe squeakers in the first period, but after that, did she ever shine for the Beauts?
Yeah, you're right. A couple she probably wants back, but she made some humongous clutch saves and humongous and difficult saves as well. Some very hard saves, held the team in the game. Was probably the player of the game for the Beauts, in my opinion, alongside Emma Ruggiero.
So we mentioned Fujimagari. She gets to start again today. I was a little surprised because Kelsey Newman coming off the huge game last weekend, but Coach Parham feeling like maybe Fujimagari's going to kind of ride the hot hand here. So Mariah back in net for today, and Amanda Levier, of course, back in net for the Whitecaps.
Well, exactly. You got to play the hot hand. Goal is all about confidence, and Fuji's obviously feeling it right now.
So Brooke Stacy doesn't play yesterday, missed the game with an injury. GM Mandy Cronin said they hope that she would play today. She does find her way back into the lineup. We saw her testing some things out yesterday. Post game, she took the ice, was skating a little bit. You could tell she was working on some strength with her lower body, maybe an ankle, maybe a knee. We don't know, but she's back in the lineup as the extra forward today.
The Duke's missed her a lot. She's back as an extra forward. A testament to how Emma Ruggiero played yesterday. But yeah, we saw her after the games. He was on the ice immediately testing out her wheels. It looked to me as some kind of mobility issue. So that's something we'll keep an eye on today. But a very welcoming presence to the Buttes offensive lineup here today.
You mentioned how well Ruggiero, McPherson, and Guillen played yesterday. So even though Stacy is back in the lineup, she's the extra forward because they can't break up the chemistry that line found yesterday.
No, that was by far the Buttes' best line yesterday. Coach Pete Parham was double shifting them all third period, and they were every time they were on the ice, they were generating offense and just absolutely hemming the Whitecaps in their own defensive zone.
So we thought that these teams would be pretty close as the standings kind of dictated yesterday. Now the Buttes are 3-4, the Whitecaps are 4-3, so they lost that edge on them, but we knew that they would be close. Shots finished 30-30 yesterday. What did we learn about how close these teams are in skill?
They're close in skill, but there's pretty decent separation and speed. So the Minnesota Whitecaps can use that to their advantage today, but you got to break that. You got to stop that by being a little physical against them. You got to slow them down. You got to get them off their game. Got to clog it up a little bit. But this is a big game for the Beauts. They're now 1 point out of second place, and they win this game. They want to keep that second place standing, so they'll be out of here scratching the claw today for that second place.
So the Buttes will look to neutralize the Whitecaps' speed. I'm sure the Whitecaps will be looking to get out to a quick start again. We'll be back after this break with live NWHL action. It's Whitecaps at Buttes, round 2 after this. Welcome back to the Northtown Center as the Whitecaps get ready to face off against the Beauts. We'll have a ceremonial face-off here. Your starters for the Beauts today: Taylor Acursi on the left wing with Corinne Bowie in the middle and Iveta Klimasova on the other side. Lenka Chermova and MJ Peltier starting on defense. And Mariah Fujimagari back between the pipes for the Beauts. So we'll see if she can continue her hot play as she played through the second and third periods very well for the Beauts. And the second half of the first period, Fuji played very well for the Beauts. So we'll see if this game starts out a little bit differently than yesterday did, Justin. If you're the Beauts, you certainly don't want to give up one early goal, let alone four.
That the start is everything to this game. It's going to need a lot of confidence. And yeah, I think you're going to see I don't want to say timid start by the Buttes, but you'll see a very defensive posture by the Buttes. Let them get into the game, and then they'll start going back and forth with the Whitecaps.
They scored just 57 seconds into the third period. They came out with a jump from Acursi, able to pick the corner. And man, if the Beauts are able to do that today, that would be ideal if they can score a quick one. That might totally change the tone for this game, as happened yesterday, where the Whitecaps came out and immediately set the tone with 4 goals.
Yeah, they came out flying in the beginning of that third period. That's probably the best they looked all day yesterday. If they could come out like that, then yeah, go ahead and attack. But they got to come out here quick, and they can't come out flat like they came out yesterday. And cause that's how they lost the game yesterday. They got down too much too early. And they did a great job fighting back, but it just wasn't enough in the long run.
I have a feeling that Brooke Stacy will make her presence known in this game. Although she's dressed as the extra forward, we know she'll see some big playing time, and most likely we'll see some power play time as well. She is the Buttes' leading scorer with 6 goals and 5 assists coming into this game. So I'm sure that we will be calling number 3's number a few times today.
Well, that line of McPherson, Ruggiero, and Guillen was great, but they really missed the finishing touch that Stacy brings there. So the finishing touch injected in his offense today is going to be huge for them. They had a lot of chances yesterday, a lot of wide open rebounds, just sitting there begging to be tapped in. Some missed open nets altogether, and you just need a finishing touch, and Brooke Stacy brings that.
And you mentioned how good Amanda Levier is. That if it's not a good scoring chance, you're not going to beat her. So ultimately, what the Buttes struggled with was cashing in on opportunities when Levier was down and out of the plate, and the net was open. They either missed the net or hit a leg out front. So they'll look to bury on those opportunities today.
Yeah, when you're playing yesterday, their offense was a lot of quick hit for the most part. You're not going to score on Levier and quick hit plays very much.
And we're ready here at Northtown Center. The puck is down and immediately sent deep by Funk for the Whitecaps. And the Buttes gather behind their own end. It's Chermova. Her breakout pass is broken up, but the Buttes do get it out with a second effort. Acursi tipping it down the ice, but too far for herself. And Funk recovers in her own end and gets it out. Here's Peltier to her offside to cover. Her pass hits Bowie in the skate, but does end up getting gathered by Acursi, who dumps it in on the backhand, and Boulier gives chase. Boulier spins behind her own net and leaves it in the corner for Funk. And Funk looking for a breakout pass, but can't quite handle the puck. Pressure applied by Klimasova. And now pressure coming in from Sheriff. The Buttes make an early line change. The Whitecaps clear. It goes down the ice, but not far enough for icing as Bustad gives chase, but she'll have to be careful with Schmid breathing down her back. She's able to get it up to the blue line, and it's carried out by Sheriff. Not all the way, though. Kept in by Jonna Curtis on a quick forecheck. Here come the Buttes the other way. It's Brown looking to center it. Kim Brown gets it to Bowering, who's dispossessed in the slot, and the Whitecaps come back the other way. A good poke check there by Brown keeps the puck in, but with a third effort, the Whitecaps are able to clear the zone. Funk still out on the ice from the opening shift. Sends it up the middle to Curtis. Curtis leaves it for Barnes. Back to Curtis. Curtis drags it through into the corner. Behind the net on the backhand, centers it, but no one home. And the Buttes come up with it. It's Ruggiero with speed through the neutral zone. Ruggiero with Guillen driving the net. Ruggiero's shot deflected wide. Here's the Buttes gathering on the near side boards, trying to feed it back to the point to Orzechowski, but it doesn't quite get there. Guillen on a pinch sends it back to McPherson. McPherson digging down low, but the Whitecaps swing it around behind their net. Skarbowski on the backhand chips it back in, and now the Whitecaps break it out to center ice. It's Anderson. Anderson just sends it deep, and Curtis at the end of her shift does win the battle, the race to the puck. Curtis sweeping around to the near side, pulls it to the forehand with a shot. Fujimagari kicks it wide. Whitecaps recover another shot near side. Fujimagari might have gotten a piece of that one as well. Here's Skarbowski on the backhand. That pass is intercepted neatly by a pinching winger. That might have been Richards on the pinch. The Beauts struggling to get it out of their own end here. Chipped in behind the net again. Sent out front. Good save by Fujimagari, and she will hold on a good shot taken by Ali Thunstrom. And the
Nice job
Beauts
there
get
by
a whistle.
nice job there by Fujimagari, corralling that rebound, not allowing a second opportunity. We saw right at the start of the game, Kareem Bowie breaking it out the neutral zone and challenged by Funk, and Bowie just ran her over and heard a whole lot of hooting and hollering from the Buttes bench. So they're in this game when they're dialed in.
So they don't do the face-off right. A procedure against the Whitecaps means we'll drop the puck again. Thunstrom wins the draw to her winger Richards anyway. Richards with a backhand. Fujimagari blockers that away. And the Buttes still trying to get out of their own end. Barnes digging at the puck over there. Check that. Yeah, that was Barnes digging at the puck. And the Whitecaps keep it in, but that hits a leg. And now the Buttes finally get out of their own end. It's chipped in. Not for icing, although it didn't look like she gained center ice. Klima Silva gives chase, but the Whitecaps trying to break it out. Bowie with a good forecheck keeps it in. On the backhand, Kersey sends it deep, but no one there. And the Whitecaps looking to break out of their own end. Thunstrom can't get it out. Held in at the blue line twice and chipped in deep by Chermova. But the Whitecaps gather, and it's Richards now on a backhand pass. Does get it out. Schmid from Thunstrom. Here's Schmid, a 1-on-3 through the neutral zone. Makes one miss, gets hauled down. We'll have a tripping call coming up here. Becky Bowering will go to the box 2 minutes or less for a trip.
Tough penalty there. She's just going to play the puck, take a little body, and she happened to fall in the Schmid's legs. Unfortunate tripping call. Was not intentional. Just an unfortunate time to blow a tire there.
Good speed by Schmid. It's a 1-on-3. And she beats one defender, splits the other two, and gets tripped up.
It's a very nice move, too.
Buttes come up with the puck off the draw, ring it around the boards. This isn't going to have enough to get out. It's held in on the backhand by Boulier. It's Lawrence behind the net. Lawrence takes a bump from DeLay, and DeLay on her backhand off the board, still not out. DeLay comes up with it again, but loses it. That puck is centered, deflected. Fujimagari had to make a save. That might have been off of Candace Sheriff's stick, but Fujimagari able to hold on to that deflection.
Fujimagari, we've seen her struggle with some low shots this season, but ever since the second period yesterday, she's been flashing some very quick pads down low on the ice. It's been very good down low.
Sheriff trying to break that puck up, instead put it on net. That puck jumps over Boulier's stick. She gives chase. Guillen is with the great speed, catches up to her, harassing her behind her own net. She turns around, gets stick checked, does get it out. But what a play there by Guillen. And now DeLay comes up with it and will send it all the way down. Aaron Guillen is causing fits for the Whitecaps in their own end on this penalty kill. There's Guillen chasing Boulier again. Great job so far. Guillen's hustling to the bench for a much-needed change, and she earned it. Here's Shamel through the neutral zone, dropping it back for Curtis. Curtis sends a shot on with her forehand, kicked aside by Fujimagari. Loose puck gathered by Lawrence behind the net. Lawrence to Shamel. Shamel waits, sends it down low. Back to Shamel, looking for Boulier. She wants it. She shoots it, gets through. Fujimagari kicks it aside again. Rung around the boards. Bowie trying to get to it on her backhand, and she does, and just pokes it out. Boulier comes up with it. She stick checks, sends it back in as the Whitecaps tag up and make a change. It's Orzechowski now, sending it all the way down the ice wisely with Kersey giving chase. Kersey goes behind the net as Levier chips it around. Payson sent it far side. Now Thunstrom has it up the middle. Thunstrom looks to center, goes around behind the net instead, finds Payson. Payson to the point. Shot there by Brown, tipped but doesn't make it to the net. Kersey comes up with a loose puck and jams it down the ice. This all but kills the penalty. A good PK for the Beauts, led by a few saves by Fujimagari. And with 2 seconds left on the penalty, Becky Bowering rejoins the play. Thunstrom dangles through, takes a shot far side. She beat Fujimagari but also beat the net, and that puck goes wide. Another puck on net. Fujimagari gets a pad on it and poke checks it away. And here's Peltier, gets it up and off the boards into the neutral zone. Some changes for the Beauts here. Brown sends it up the middle. Thunstrom is poke checked neatly. Richards comes up with it on the backhand, centers it, misses everybody, and ends up on the far boards. Here's a backhand now, saved by Fujimagari, and she holds on to it as Anderson let a backhand go. And Fujimagari able to flag it down. Check that. That was Lisa Martinson, the defender.
We talked a lot about Thunstrom's speed yesterday, and She just showed that she's got a lot of skill to go along with that speed, dangling around the Beauts defender and creating herself an opportunity.
Face off to Fujima Gari's left. Beauts win the draw. Delay on the backhand, chips it up the boards. Klimasova uses her hip to make a play, but the puck's still in the zone, and now the Beauts look to break it out. Can't quite do so, though, as Bustad was dispossessed. Puck still kept in off the leg by Schammel. Schammel centers it to Schmid. Schmid sent it to Lawrence, but a nice play to break it up by Bustad. Beauts still scrambling to get out of their own end, and now they do. Cross ice pass hits a leg, but here's a Kersey coming up with it. She's outside. A Kersey drops it back for Klimasova, but she hit herself in the skate with a drop pass. Sends it behind the net to Bowie. Bowie to a Kersey looking out front for Klimasova. It's loose, but the Whitecaps come up with it. That's Rosenthal sending it to the far boards, and the Whitecaps break out. Comes to Schammel. Schammel through the neutral zone. Sheriff comes up with it with a good steal. Takes it to center ice on the backhand, but she's stick checked. And here's Schammel going the other way. Schammel sending in deep with Barnes giving chase. Boulier on the far boards. Anderson coming down the right wing for the Whitecaps as well. The Beauts come up with it, looking for a breakout pass. Sheriff just tips it out to the neutral zone, and the Whitecaps reset back into their own end. Boulier drops it back to Funk. Funk's pass up the middle misses everybody. This will be an icing against the Whitecaps.
Nice forecheck there by Bowering, pressuring Funk. And she had a skater cut into the neutral zone and open with a gap there to split the two Beauts defenders. But the forecheck by Bowering forced an error in passing. Now we got a face-off in the other zone.
Definitely a forced icing there, not just a missed pass, but the pressure by the Beauts create it. Barnes jumps the face-off, so Anderson will have to come in and take it. Puck's down. Beauts win the draw, but the Whitecaps come up with it. And here come the Whitecaps with the speed. It's Jonna Curtis. Centers it, but no one there. Justin, I don't think we've seen Brooke Stacy take a shift yet. Maybe a power play specialist today for the Beauts. Through the neutral zone, it gets muddied up a little bit. Ruggiero gets it turned over, but the Beauts end up getting it back. Beauts just struggling to come up with the puck in the offensive zone. Curtis chips it in. Peltier covers up off the board, squirts out front. Chance there for Anderson, but she couldn't come up with it. And Funk will send it back in deep. The Beauts turn around. Peltier comes up with it and looks for a breakout move. Has to go back behind her own net. Has a good stick check there. Winnie Brown applying pressure, coming up with the puck now as well. Another centering pass that finds no one. Here's a shot from the point. Deflected up in the air. Pops out to the half wall. Good shift here for the Whitecaps, hemming the Beauts in. Skarbowski pinning her player to the boards as four players dig at the puck. It might be Orzechowski coming up with it. Puck comes out front. Fujimagari with a save. It's still loose. Hit another shot. Hits her in the stomach. Two saves for Fujimagari. Whitecaps looking to reset but can't come up with it. And a Kersey breaks out with speed. A Kersey through the neutral zone. Stops. Looking for help. Has none. Sends it back to the neutral zone and she'll head to the bench. Bustad resetting. Looking for a breakout pass for Bowering, who lost an edge. Tries it again. Now Bowering gets up and chips it ahead. It's Brooke Stacy, her first shift of the game. Brooke Stacy at the half wall, back to Bustad. Winds, fires. Hits a defender out front, drops down, but no one there to come up with it. That puck fluttered quite a bit off Bustad's stick. Here comes Schmid back the other way. Schmid bumped a little bit there. Good play by Bustad to stand up her player. Bustad drops it on the backhand, back to Delay. Delay up and off the boards. Stacy tries to get a tip on it. Whether she did or not, it won't be an icing because it doesn't make it far enough. Winnie Brown on the backhand to Lisa Martinson. Martinson up the middle. That puck's deflected. Delay does a good job knocking it down, but turns it over, and now the Beauts come up with it yet again. Tipped ahead. Here's Orzechowski in over the line with some speed, but she's checked by Barnes, and the puck ends up behind the net. Orzechowski on a big pinch forecheck, trying to drop back into her defensive responsibilities again. Here's Lawrence up the right wing. Lawrence up the middle. Lawrence on her backhand, driving to the net. Shot saved by Fujimagari and tipped away. Good save by Fujimagari. And Orzechowski there to chip away the rebound. A good cover by the Beauts there.
You saw Orzechowski down in deep there, getting her forecheck on, and it's tough to see against a team like the Whitecaps. It's one of your defenders. You got to be back there to support your defensive partner against a team as fast as the Whitecaps, and it almost hurt him there. That's a really good scoring opportunity for the
And right
Whitecaps.
before that, Meg DeLay drops to her knees to keep the puck in front of her, but almost got a turnover. So they deemed that the net was knocked off by the Whitecaps, so the faceoff comes out of the zone. Here's Guillen, but Ruggiero just a touch offside. So we'll try it again. Ruggiero and Guillen trying to attack with speed there, but Ruggiero just a second early.
Yeah, Amber Ruggiero's got one speed, and it's full speed straight ahead, and she's eager to get down to those corners, and that's what she's doing there. Across the line, touch too early.
So faceoff just outside the Whitecap zone. Procedural error on the Whitecaps. So Anderson comes in and takes the draw, but she loses it to Bowie. On the backhand, the puck sent right in front of us to Accursi, who sends it in deep. Levier behind the net, sends it around to Jonna Curtis, but pressure's coming from Accursi. Accursi does force a little bit of a turnover, but the puck goes behind the net. Klimasova on the forecheck. Can't come up with the puck. A penalty coming up here to Buffalo. Media timeout here with 9:40 to go. It's 0-0 here halfway through the first period. We'll be back with more right after this break. Clear.
Got a Buffalo Beauts power play here. 2 minutes on Anderson for holding. Got Klimasova along the boards there in the fight for the puck.
Yeah, good pressure there by Klimasova applying the forecheck, drawing the penalty. The Beauts go to work on their first power play of the game. The Whitecaps win the draw. Skated through their own slot. Good play there by Boulier. And a penalty coming up here to the Beauts. This is going to be a hook against Bowie, I think. Not quite sure I saw a hook here. Bowie was trying to tie up the stick of Boulier. They're going to call her for a slash. So a great job there by Amanda Boulier to break out of her own end. And the Beauts power play ends just 12 seconds after it starts.
We've seen this a lot out of the Beauts so far this year in the games that we've called. They've been negating their own power plays a lot, and early on too. Not even a shot on net here. Didn't even win the faceoff to get an opportunity in the zone. So that hurts your team, and it's a vital scoring opportunity for a team like the Whitecaps.
So we'll skate 4 aside for a minute 48. Face off to Fujimagari's left on the penalty. The Beauts win the draw. Peltier gets it up to the blue line. That puck's still not out, but now it will be. Shermova loses the puck at the blue line. That's a bad turnover, but Shermova does a good job to cover up on her own turnover there. Centered out front, they score. Well, I mentioned that Shermova tried to cover up but couldn't quite do it. Peltier dropping to a knee, trying to break up the pass, can't quite do it. And that looks like that's going to be Chelsea Rosenthal, the defender. Check that. That's Thunstrom, Ellie Thunstrom, and that makes sense with how fast Ellie Thunstrom is with the backdoor tapping.
No, I just made note a little bit ago about how you can't leave your defensive partner hanging against this team. And Shermova tries to make a play on the puck, leaves Peltier hanging, and now it's 1-0 Whitecaps.
1-0 Whitecaps, an even strength goal. Skating 4 aside when it happens, so we're even strength goal for the Whitecaps, and they're up 1-0. Off the faceoff, the Whitecaps gain the zone, but immediately turn it over. McPherson can't quite dig it out, and now she does. McPherson and Stacy up front. Stacy holds the blue line, and the puck gets chipped in by Casey McPherson, who gives chase. Cassidy McPherson, check that. Whitecaps breaking out of their own end. It's Shamel with Thunstrom cutting the net. Shamel takes a shot. Fujimagari with a great job knocking that puck down, not giving up a rebound and falling on it.
Nice shot by Shamel, using the defender as a screen and getting a shot on net. Dangerous shot on net. she had a great game yesterday. 2 goals and 1 assist for Shamel in the tilt yesterday.
And Thunstrom was looking for any rebound that there might have been. Beauts win the draw, swinging around the boards. Funk on the pinch sends it on. Fujimagari with another save. Puck centered out front. Fujimagari pins it there and hangs on to it. A strong start here for Mariah Fujimagari.
One thing I noticed about the Whitecaps is they are not afraid to throw a puck on net. They'll put the puck on net from absolutely anywhere. They don't get their streak down the wing. They'll put it low and on the ice and on the net looking for any rebound. There's always someone there looking for it.
And so far, with Fujimagari not giving up rebounds. Not many second chances. The Whitecaps win the draw. Boulier takes a shot, fires it wide. Rebound comes behind the net. The puck ended up on the mesh of the net and was stuck there. So we'll have a whistle and another face-off to Fujimagari's left.
Now, these are important defenses on faceoffs. You can't let them be. You can't lose them clean. You got to at least make it difficult. You got to allow your wingers time to get back to these points so that they don't get off shots like that.
That gave Boulier plenty of time to wind and fire from exactly where she wanted to shoot from. Here come the Beauts chipping it up through the neutral zone. Turned over. Bustad just strong on the puck there. Knocks over her player. Takes a shot. Low rebound. Just out of the reach. That was Guillen driving the net, but just out of her reach. Here's Ruggiero behind the net. Ruggiero with Guillen providing some puck support. Good job by Ruggiero there. Strong on the puck. Kicking it up the boards. Now it squirts out to the neutral zone as the Whitecaps break out. Whitecaps will have a very short power play here in 4 seconds. Beauts come up with the puck. Chip it through the neutral zone. Turned over as Ruggiero takes a hit. Here's DeLay through the neutral zone with a little bit of room to skate. Meg DeLay, stick checked. Looks to center it. Tries to get it out front. It doesn't get there. Puck's behind the net, which works out for the Beauts because now they're back to even strength. Corinne Bowie providing support at the half wall. Tips it back to Peltier. Her shot hits a leg. Goes to the neutral zone. Klimasova with a big shot from the blue line. Missed the net. The Whitecaps breaking out of their own end. Puck goes high in the air. Tipped down by a glove. And Levier comes up with it. And I believe we might get a penalty here. Too many men might be the call. Too many skaters. Too many women on the ice for the Whitecaps. Roughing call. Sorry, I missed the play. I was watching the puck as it popped up in the air off a glove and went in front of Levier. And it's Anderson right back in the box for a roughing call this time. We'll see if the Beauts can have a power play for longer than 12 seconds. Bowie wins the draw. Back to Peltier. Chermova moves to the middle of the blue line. Takes a shot that hits a leg out front and bounces off into the corner. Bowie comes up with it. Sends it back to the blue line. Peltier back for Bowie. She loses it, though, and that puck gets sent down the ice. Justin, looks like they're squeezing their sticks, trying to force some passes here in the power play.
Yeah, they got to take their time, get the puck up to the point, and settle this thing down.
Whitecaps doing a good job killing this penalty so far. Chermova retreats back to her own end with the puck. Chermova around behind the net, swings it around, keeps it herself, doing a couple of turns behind her net, and now hits a breakout pass. Bowie trying to get a breakout pass, finds Peltier. Big pressure here applied by the Whitecaps in the neutral zone. Cross-ice pass finds Bowering, but it doesn't actually get there. Levier chips it into the corner. Schmidt's there and trying to chip it around the boards. Klimasova with some speed gets to the half wall, chips it in, but an immediate turnover. Kept in by Klimasova as she turned it right back over to herself. Klimasova loses an edge, though, and here's the Whitecaps coming out 3-on-2. Schmidt chips it in over the line. Bustad gets back to cover up. Both bodies hit the floor. McPherson behind the net. Chipped around. And Klimasova gathers it, swings it on her forehand to Bustad. Just 30 seconds to go in the power play, and the Beauts have nothing doing. Bustad behind her own net. Off the boards, that pass misses everybody. But Stacy does come up with it. Chip back to the blue line. It stays in. Klimasova fires a shot just wide. The Beauts resetting. Bustad at the point, looking for Klimasova. Big shot fired wide. McPherson resets, looking back to the point again. Stick check, decides to turn and go deep with it instead. That's Guillen. Guillen dispossessed. Puck goes in the corner, rattled around the boards. A pinch by Klimasova will keep it in. We're back to even strength. And here's a chance for the Whitecaps. A breakaway for Anderson. Anderson in over the line out of the box. Shoots. Fujimagari gets a piece of it and sends it wide. The Whitecaps behind their own net. Sorry, the Beauts behind their own net with the Whitecaps forechecking. Come up with the puck off the boards. It's Guillen. She can't get it out on the backhand. And the Beauts reset here. Bustad trying to break out of her own end. Her pass is read and intercepted well by Boulier. In over the line is Lawrence. Lawrence, far post, winds, fires. Big save made there on Barnes, I believe, by Fujimagari. Beauts again trying to break out of their own end. A strong forecheck for the Whitecaps so far. That puck ends up out of play, deemed not to be touched by Minnesota, so the faceoff will stay in the Beauts' end.
Really nice read there by Boulier at the point to read that pass coming out of the zone and pick it off and create a couple of dangerous scoring opportunities for the Minnesota Whitecaps there. Beauts again are having a hard time to get out of their zone when the Whitecaps get down in there.
Some real strong forechecking by the Whitecaps this game. Here's Bowering with the puck, trying to get it out over the blue line and can't. Orzechowski chips it up, and now Bowering gets it out, but immediately turned over. That's offside. Might be intentional. Not called intentional, but could have been.
And not a slow start to this game at all. It's one of the great things about these back-to-back games. There's no feeling out period. There's no slow hockey. Both teams came out right out of the gate, hot, ready to go.
But the Whitecaps have been bringing and dictating the pace of play. The Beauts without really any scoring chances thus far. They've kind of been hemmed in their own end. I don't know what shots are yet, but I'm sure it's a lot to a little in favor of the Whitecaps so far. That puck was turned over as Brown just lost it. Nobody pressured her. That shot comes in and goes wide. And the Beauts try to break it out, but a good pinch by Funk. Second chance by Brown. Here's Candace Sheriff in over the line. Sheriff shoots right into Levier's chest. And a good save and hold by Levier. But there's a good shift finally for the Beauts to get out of their own end and results in a shot the other way.
Yeah, it's a good response there to the 2-1 they just faced down the other end. Really Thunstrom breaking in with their speed again. Another 2-on-1 opportunity. The Beauts got to really hold their defenders back because they've been caught on 3 or 4 2-on-1s now, and they're going to start paying for it a lot more. There's no reason for it. You're only down 1 goal here.
Face off to Levier's left, but they don't do it right, so the Beauts will have to send a Kersey in to take the draw. Whitecaps win the draw, come up with it behind their own net. Puck's rung behind the net by the Beauts. Centered out front, broken up by the Whitecaps. Stick lift there by Bowie. Kersey comes up with it. Kersey to the high slot. Sends it across ice. Klimasova looking out front. Puck's tipped. Levier with the save. Still loose, and Levier comes up with it on her stomach, swims, and is able to grab it.
Nice pass in there. Nice puck movement by the Beauts. One of the best ways to score on Amanda Levier is to get moving laterally because she's an aggressive goalie, so she comes out of the crease, so it's hard for her to get side to side sometimes.
Face off won by the Whitecaps. They come up with it and chip it around behind their own net, but Kersey comes up with it. Puck squirts out front, but sent to the corner. It's Peltier down behind the net. Klimasova giving chase to the far corner. They stick check at each other. Klimasova, and that is, Martinson. Shot from the point, it's Levier in the pads. Good shift here by the Beauts. Here's Bowie, she stick check, but held in. Nice play by Chermova to cover up. But now here come the Whitecaps breaking out. Barnes sent it over to Anderson. Anderson in over the line on the far boards. Anderson gets to her forehand, looks to center to Curtis. It's broken up neatly. Chermova giving chase, but Curtis comes up with the puck. Chermova strong on the puck, knocks Curtis over. Puck comes out front. Peltier intercepts that centering pass. Sends it out to the neutral zone. A great pass to Kersey. Kersey in over the line. Kersey chips it over to Guillen. Guillen can't quite settle it down. Then she does with the shot. Gets her own rebound. Not quite. And Winnie Brown sends it up the boards. Beauts getting some forecheck going again. Puck out to the neutral zone. The Beauts do have it and reset. In over the line is McPherson with some room. McPherson shoots. Levier makes the save and pins it up against her side with her elbow. And another good shift there by the Beauts, Justin.
Beauts are starting to find their legs here, get a little more confidence. We just saw Taylor Kersey break in the zone. One thing I love about her game is that she's absolutely fearless. 1-on-3, no problem. I got it. Skates in there, dead on full speed against all the defenders and creates these opportunities for her team.
Very north-south game for Kersey. So the Beauts lose the draw. Puck goes right on Levier's glove. And although she had it covered, it was loose. Parham sending the top line right back out there after a short rest. Bowie, Kersey, and Klimasova sent right back out there, and I don't blame them with the last shift that they had. Coach Parham The Whitecaps come into the circle a little early on that draw. Sometimes you just rather them drop the puck and not worry about it, but here we are. Another face-off. Buttes trying to win the draw. It ends up on Chelsea Rosenthal's stick for the Whitecaps. Now Delay has it. A nice move at the blue line to keep it in and sends it deep on the backhand. Bowie's knocked over. Klimasova giving chase to the loose puck behind the net. Klimasova chipping it to a Kersey. Sends it out front to Bowie. And a nice save by Levier. Good scoring chance there for the Beauts.
Nice opportunity for Kareem Bowie here, who's got us off to a slow start, 1 goal in the season. I want to bring in the chat here, watching on twitch.tv. Who do you think is going to score the first goal for the Buffalo Beauts here today? Who's going to bury that first one?
Off the draw, the Whitecaps are up off the glass, but not out. That shot goes wide, but the Beauts come up with it. It's Stacy. Stacy back to Bustad. Bustad sends it over to her defense partner, Delay. Delay's shot doesn't get through. And Bowering was dispossessed, and the puck ends up back at the neutral zone. Delay sends it back in. The only skater after this is Brooke Stacy, and she comes up with it. Stacy to her backhand in the corner. Pinned to the boards by Schmidt. Stacy trying to dig it out, and she does. Bustad sends it in deep. Bowering giving chase, and she'll come up with the puck first. Gets it deep to Candace Sheriff behind the net. Out in front, a good idea by Sheriff, but that puck missed everybody, and Bustad has to go back to cover up, and she'll have to be careful as Shammel's giving chase. The Beauts reset with just over a minute to go here. A good turnover forced by the Whitecaps. Shammel's shot is blocked, and she sends it down deep. Great pass across ice. Comes up to Thunstrom. Thunstrom shoots. Deflected wide of the net. Puck goes behind the net. The Whitecaps looking out front. There's a shot by Thunstrom again. Sorry, that's Boulier, the defender, from behind her own net, coming out front and taking a shot. Whitecaps putting some pressure on here. Puck goes back to Boulier. Boulier winds, fires. What a shot block there. That's Klimasova soaking that shot by Boulier. Another pass down low to Boulier. Boulier tries to center it. The Beauts intercept. And here's a chance with 30 seconds left to break out. A Kersey chips it in deep and gives chase. A Kersey goes behind the net. Levier plays it on her backhand. Klimasova comes up with it. Sends it to the point. It's Skarbowski back down low to Klimasova. Klimasova looking to center it to McPherson. Gets it there. Tried to send it out front. Shot just wide by a Kersey. Great play by McPherson to get that puck to the slot from her knees. There's a shot from Orzechowski that's blocked out front. With 5 seconds to go, the Whitecaps break down the ice. Here's a chance at the end of the period. Centered, broken up, and the puck harmlessly goes behind the net. After 1 period of play, it's the Whitecaps 1, the Beauts 0. But what a back and forth period we had there, Justin.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth here. Another two. And a lot. I'm trying to dial back a bit. Tell them take it easy and support your partner. There's way too many 2-on-1.
We're going to go to break now. We'll be back after this. Whitecaps 1, Beauts 0, NWHL Hockey. Welcome back to the Northtown Center where the Whitecaps have a 1-0 lead over the Beauts after a back-and-forth first period. It did kind of feel like the Whitecaps dictated play as exhibited by the shots on goal as well.
Yeah, they own the Buttes that period. The Buttes got to find a way to slow them down. They're talking about slowing down and speed all game long. The Buttes are struggling with it here today. Um, and they got to rein in their defenders. They're being way too aggressive and pinching way too much, and it's causing a lot of 2-on-1s for the Whitecaps. And they converted on one, very nearly on another at the very end of the period. Shots are 16-7 in favor of the Whitecaps. The Buttes got to find a way to get some offensive zone possession and maintain the puck down there for a while.
Yesterday, the shots finished 30 aside, so a much more even game in that regard yesterday. So we'll have to see if the Beauts can respond. They did make some really good adjustments after the first period yesterday, so we'll see what Coach Parham dialed up for them. You kind of mentioned the defense maybe being a little aggressive, trying to either pinch at the blue line or make a play in the neutral zone, which has led to some odd woman rushes for the Whitecaps. We'll see if the Beauts are able to rein that in. But also, we did see some good offensive shifts, especially from the buoy line from the Beauts that period. So they'll look to build on that as well.
Still another strong game here for the Guillen, Ruggiero, McPherson line. They're out there, they're buzzing around, so we could see another strong, healthy dose of them coming up here because they're generating offense every time they're on the ice. And we did have a few Brooke Stacy sightings in her last shift of the period. You saw her out there forechecking, taking some body along the board, so doesn't seem to be bothered by the injury too much. Doesn't seem to be not worried about it.
Yeah, one of the things I was going to say about when I was thinking between periods, one of the things I was going to say is I feel like they might need to sprinkle her in a little more because she has been very noticeable in the offensive zone. When she's had the puck, she's been strong on it. So the puck is down here for period number 2. The Beauts win the draw. Kersey sends it in on a backhand. Whitecaps come up with it as Boulier. She faked a forehand, went to the backhand, ended up bringing it around the boards. This puck goes out to the neutral zone. Peltier sends it right back in. And a Kersey gives chase. Levier behind the net for Funk. Funk to Boulier. And the Whitecaps manage to send it up to Schammel. Schammel in over the line. Chips it out front. A dangerous play picked out of the air by Peltier. That puck popped right up in the air in the crease, and Peltier batted it out of the air. A good play by MJ Peltier. Brown tried to use the boards for a pass, but it was turned over. Long pass finds nobody through the neutral zone. And the Beauts will touch it for an icing.
We saw again right there another 2-on-1 for the Whitecaps. Shermova strong in chase, trailing from behind, and luckily Peltier was there to bat that puck out of midair and away from bouncing into the net. And the Beauts apparently aren't afraid of these 2-on-1s and want to keep them coming.
That was a real good centering pass to have a dangerous play result for the Whitecaps. Face-off, there's a penalty coming up here. I think it's going to the Beauts. Right off the face-off, we do have a call, a hooking call coming up. It'll be Candace Sheriff sitting for the Beauts. 2 minutes for hooking.
So we got a hook on Sheriff here. Fight for the puck in the corner, trying to lift the stick to gain position, and referee deemed it as a hook.
So a face-off comes all the way down to Fujimagari's left. Delay and Boostad out for the Beauts. Brown and the Beauts should have another skater out there. They only have 3 out there right now. Let's see who comes over the boards. Boostad and Delay out playing defense. It's Guillen with Brown on the PK. Beauts win the draw. Rung around the boards by Delay. Puck rolling, but kept in nicely by Boulier. Puck's jabbed away at it, the blue line. Schammel comes up with it. She's stick checked neatly there by Delay, and Delay looks to break out. Delay with Guillen on the backhand. Guillen in over the line. On her backhand, centers it out front. No one home. Schammel did come up with that. Here's Boostad back in the neutral zone, and we have another penalty, it looks like, coming up to the Beauts. As Delay collided with Lawrence there, I believe.
An unfortunate penalty there to put the Beauts down 2 skaters, but looked like a collision to me from where we're standing. But the referee was right there staring at it, didn't like the way it looked. Here we are, Beauts down 2 early in the second period. You don't want to be down this early and give the Whitecaps a bunch of momentum to start the period because it could be a long period for you.
A 2-woman advantage for a minute 32. Shammel's at the point with the puck off the faceoff. Takes her time over to Boulier. Boulier sends it down to the half wall. That's Curtis. Curtis to Schammel. Schammel shoots. Saved by Fujimagari. No rebound to be found. Good save and cover.
Fujimagari is doing a really great job controlling rebounds so far early on in this game. Not many secondary opportunities here for the Whitecaps, but also a great job checking that puck through all the traffic it went through.
Face off is Schammel with the puck again. Schammel and Anderson working in the corner there. Shammel's got it at the point now. That's Lawrence in the corner. Sorry. Chermova comes up with the puck on the backhand off the boards, but not out. Poulier looking to Schammel at the point, keeps it herself. Poulier down to the half wall. That's Curtis, but it jumps her stick. Lawrence rings it around, but it ends up out of the zone. Poulier resets over to Schammel on the near side blue line. Schammel wings it in. Fujimagari tries to stop it behind the net, but can't. Peltier comes up with it in the corner. Puck ends up at the blue line with Boulier. Boulier taking her time, fakes a shot to Curtis, cross ice to Schammel, shoots. Fujimagari gets over and makes the save. She was there well before that pass. Great read by Mariah Fujimagari to be ready for that shot. The Whitecaps resetting through the neutral zone. Boulier in over the line, takes his shot, flagged down by Fujimagari. That was plastered for the top corner, but Fujimagari with another save on this PK.
Great look on that difficult cross ice pass over to Schammel there. And if she would have one timed it, she probably would have scored it, but she collected it, took her time with it, and then shot it, allowing Fujimagari to get in position.
Face off to Fujimagari's left. Bowie's wondering why she's getting thrown out of the face-off here. Nobody moved. Utes lose the draw. Here's Martinson at the point. Martinson sends it over to her D partner. Sent down behind the net. That's Payson. Payson to the near side. And back up to Martinson. Takes a shot through traffic. Deflected, and they score. Deflected beside the net by Allie Thunstrom on the Martinson shot. Looks like Thunstrom got a piece of it. And it's 2-0 Whitecaps, and they'll keep a woman advantage for 32 more seconds.
It's a nice smart play by Lisa Martinson there. Just taking a nice low, soft shot on net. Because I was got to hit something, and it did, and it bounced to the net for them. But they don't always got to be hard, big clappers. The most important part is getting it through traffic and getting it on net, and things like that happen. Nice smart play by Martinson. 2-0 Whitecaps.
Not sure if Martinson's getting credited with the goal. The team acted like she was the one that put it in the net, but I believe the scorer is attributing it to Thunstrom. But we'll hear the call in a minute here. So the Whitecaps up 2-0, enjoying another 15 seconds of power play time. As they come through the neutral zone, it's Audra Richards. Richards drops it back to the point to Martinson. Martinson shooting again. That puck is deflected by Bowie up and over the net. 4 seconds left in the penalty. Delay coming out of the box now and goes immediately back to play defense, rather. That shot is taken and saved by Fujimagari. Tried to bank it in off of her as she was down, but it comes out front. Shot by Martinson, kicked aside by Fujimagari. Sheriff tries to get there but does not. Here's Bowie now with the puck. Bowie loses it in the corner, but now it's turned over again. And the Beauts break it out. It's Delay. So the goal is credited to Lisa Martinson. Thunstrom gets the assist. So a power play goal. And now the Beauts looking to get some forechecking going, but instead it breaks out the other way. And it's Jonna Curtis with Barnes driving the far side. Looking for Barnes in the middle. It doesn't get there. The Beauts break it up and off the boards, but not out. Kept in by Aliva on the far point. Barnes centers it out front. Saved by Fujimagari. Rebound. Jumped over the stick of Barnes, and she was upset about that. Here comes McPherson the other way. That was Anderson trying to tap in the rebound. There's a bump along the boards. Whitecaps breaking out. Barnes with a chance at a breakaway, but Peltier does a good job covering up. MJ Peltier behind her own net. Sends it out front to McPherson. McPherson to Klimasova. Immediately has the puck stolen by Rosenthal, who sends it to Lawrence on the far side. Lawrence sent back. Save made on a shot there that was taken by Schammel. And the puck ends up back in the Whitecap zone, but they come up with it and send it back up the ice. Beauts changing, have to be careful about touching the puck here, as they had 6 women on the ice during the change. Peltier chips it ahead to Klimasova. She's put down on her back there by a bump. Bustad trying to beat her defender out of the zone, and does with a nice little move. Bustad gains the blue line, takes it herself. Bustad sending it out front, doesn't get there. Looks like Bowie giving chase there. Bowie trying to get it back to the point to Klimasova, but it doesn't get there, and the Whitecaps breaking out yet again. That pass is picked out of the air by Acursi. She turns it back up ice. Acursi shoots. That shot is blocked. Blocked down immediately there by Oliva. And the puck goes down the ice, and here's a breakaway chance for Lawrence. She catches up to it to beat the icing, but doesn't end up with a look at the net. Beauts back in their own end, trying to chip it out. Puck is knocked down, comes to the slot out front, dragged through, backhand, knocked away neatly. Then the shot comes and is blocked. A good job by Bustad to take away that chance for Schammel. Good cover up there by the Beauts defender as Fujimagari was down and out, but a good cover up there keeps the puck out of the net.
Nice smart play on that dump by the Whitecaps out of their own zone. Just saw some open ice, and the winger saw the same ice. And before the Whitecaps defender even dumped puck out of the zone, the winger was shooting out of the zone. They got there a little late, but almost resulted in a nice opportunity, a breakaway.
That was Megan Lawrence with the opportunity. She ended up just being able to center it because she didn't quite get a clean breakaway off of it. A bad pass from Skarbowski to Orzechowski is intercepted, and the Whitecaps get a shot on goal. Another chance deflected wide. Whitecaps are buzzing here, and here's a penalty coming up here now. Skarbowski's going to be called for a hit behind the net. And the Beauts right back to the PK.
It's a penalty that resulted merely out of frustration. You can see the frustration building out of the Beauts defenders here.
It's an interference call behind the net. Skarbowski lost her glove. They might have been a little frustrated about it, as you mentioned, a frustration penalty. Face off to Fujimagari's left. Power play here for the Whitecaps. Puck ends up all the way down the ice. That's a good clear for the Beauts. We mentioned their struggles to clear it all the way down the ice on the PKs. There's a good one for the Beauts. Whitecaps resetting. Coming through the neutral zone, it's Lawrence. She loses it. Offside, so they have to tag up. Intercepted here. It's Brown. Brown into the zone taking a shot. It ends up not really getting there, and it trickles to Levier, who poke checks it away. Anderson on the backhand. This puck's going to be held in by Brown. Shot from the point doesn't get through, but a good penalty kill goes far for the Beauts. That's a pass. That connects. That's Curtis. Down the backhand. Fujimagari got across, and another penalty coming up here. We may have a penalty shot. Let's see what the call is. That could definitely be called a penalty shot as Jonna Curtis had a clean-cut breakaway. Chermova going to be called here. 2 minutes for a trip.
Buffalo needs to start being more aware of the Whitecaps wingers sneaking in behind them. It's been happening all game. It's the third time, second breakaway due to a winger, losing track of a winger behind them here.
Done a really good job of receiving that pass by Curtis, and a great pass to find her. She was able to actually collect that on the backhand, keep herself on side, possess the puck, and walk in on goal before she was tripped up. So the power play 2-woman advantage goes to work for the Whitecaps. That's back to Winnie Brown. She tries to center it, but a good job there by Bustad to break that pass up. Still 5-on-3 though. Payson behind the net. She has Richards on the half wall. Sends it to her, but it squirts back to Payson. Sending it back to the far point. That's Winnie Brown. Pass beside the net. Looking to center it. Fujimagari holds the post, knocking the net off. Not the worst thing that could happen there for the Beauts.
Nice veteran strong push to the post there to get a whistle for her team. Sometimes plays like that aren't an accident.
So still a 5-on-3 advantage for the Whitecaps for 44 more seconds. Could be a big kill for the Beauts if they manage to kill both of these penalties, but one step at a time here for the Beauts. This is back to the point. It's Schammel. Schammel to Boulier. Boulier with room. Wines, passes back to Schammel. Schammel waits. Back to Boulier. Good job by the Beauts taking away shooting lanes. Sent to the back door. Set in front. A good play there to intercept that pass by Bustad again. Strong PK for Sarah Bustad.
You watch Fujimagari on the penalty kill. She's very aware where every skater is on the ice. She's out there. Her head is moving nonstop, side to side, everywhere. Looking at the open players. She knows where exactly everybody is on the ice. And that's a great. A goalie is the most important player on a penalty kill, they say. And that's a great attribute to have in a goalie.
And a nice little break for the Beauts here as the Whitecaps are charged with knocking that puck down with a high stick. So the faceoff stayed in the Whitecaps' end. 12 seconds to go, and the penalty to Skarbowski. The Whitecaps gain the zone. 5 seconds left in the 2-woman advantage. Boulier to Schammel, and they switch spots. Schammel back to Boulier. Boulier chips it down behind the net. Skarbowski back in the play, playing defense on this penalty kill. Schammel to Boulier. Boulier winds, takes a low shot, deflected up in the air, and hits the netting. Deemed that the Beauts deflected that puck out of play, but a strong kill there by the Beauts to get one woman back on the ice. 35 seconds left in the second penalty.
Yeah, nice kill by the Buttes here so far, keeping the shots to the outside, clearing the traffic out in front of Fujimagari, allowing her to make the save, and a nice rebound control, directing that puck out of play here.
Face off to Fujimagari's right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching with us on twitch.tv/nwhl. Thanks for bearing with me. We're both a little under the weather. I've got some laryngitis, doing my best to have some fun calling this hockey game. Off the draw, the Beauts win it and send it the length of the ice. Minnesota does have enough time for another rush here on this power play as they reset behind Amanda Levier and look to break out. Saucer pass on the tape. Finds Oliva, who carries with speed. She drops it to Richards. Guillen intercepts it. Ends up centering and right to Chelsea Rosenthal, who sends it to the half wall. Puck sent out front. Hits someone out front. Doesn't quite make it through. 2 seconds left in the power play. Another shot block. Good job killing the penalty for the Beauts. And right away, Chermova back to break up that shot attempt. Beauts back to even strength, but have to clear the zone now. Whitecaps cycling down low. Richards chasing after the puck, takes a bump. Bustad comes up with it in a backhand to Guillen, and Guillen chips it up, but still not out. Now Bustad, what a penalty kill for Sarah Bustad. Send it to Ruggiero, who gets it deep, and the Beauts make changes. Strong 5-on-3 penalty kill for the Buffalo Beauts. This puck is deflected, but from the wrong side of the red line, and we have an icing against Minnesota.
Yeah, great kill by the Buttes there, but they really got to find a way to stay out of the box just so they get something going on offense here. The Whitecaps came into this weekend with a 36% on a power play. It's very efficient power play, and and they have not the Buttes have not been able to generate any offense at all this period because they've been killing penalties nearly the entire period so far.
Hey, Justin, another procedural error on the faceoff, so we'll drop the puck again.
I think the refs
And
had a
now the
conference.
Whitecaps are making changes, which they are not permitted to do. Puck is dropped. The Whitecaps have 7 skaters on the ice still. And now they have 5. Richards brings it in, and that play was definitely offside as Thunstrom just a strider too early. That was very strange. The Whitecaps trying to make a change in between faceoffs there. And then they decide to drop the puck with 7 skaters on the ice still for the Whitecaps.
I think it's why they called the error on the faceoff because they're still trying a lot of movement going on, trying to get players on and off the ice.
Yeah, but the Beauts were the ones called for the procedure. Whitecaps in over the line is Jonna Curtis with a shot that Fujimagari soaks into her chest protector and holds on.
Another great job of cradling that rebound and not allowing any second opportunities. The Beats got to get the puck out of the zone and just get pucks deep into the zone and start forechecking like crazy.
Face off to the left of Fujimagari. They drop the puck, and it's done right the first time. Shot by Rosenthal goes wide. Check that, Martinson. Whitecaps cycling in the offensive zone. Donovan tried to get it through, but did not. Puck ends up back in the neutral zone. Martinson sends it up the boards. Off Barnes' skate to Donovan. And now Acursi back with speed the other way. Acursi takes a shot. Levier makes the save, and it goes over to the boards. Curtis does a good job picking it up, and we'll have a tripping call coming up here against Klimasova. We head to immediate timeout with 9:46 to go in period 2. 2-0 Whitecaps back after this. Back here at the Northtown Center, the Whitecaps headed to yet another power play as Klimasova will sit for 2 minutes or less for a trip as Jonna Curtis chased after the puck at the half wall. Looked like she might have been losing an edge already, but Klimasova might have aided her to the ice there. And the Beauts back to the penalty kill.
When you're having trouble generating offense as it is, last thing you want to do is keep taking penalties to hamper that even more. Because you're just hemmed in your zone for another 2 minutes. And the Beauts really need to find a spark here in offense. They got nothing going here this entire game so far.
Beauts win the faceoff. Jammed out in the corner, it's Chermova, and the Whitecaps come up with it and will try to get set up on this power play. Chermova and Akersi doing a good job killing the penalty here, and they do get it out to the neutral zone. Whitecaps sending it to the near side boards to Boulier, who sets up Anderson. Anderson kicking it back to her own stick. To the point, it's Amanda Boulier. Sending it near side to Schammel, down low to Lawrence. Lawrence in the corner. Sends it up top to Boulier, who takes some time. Works her way to the high slot, winds, passes to Schammel. Schammel shoots. That's saved by Fujimagari. Puck dribbles back out front to Schammel. Schammel to Boulier. Boulier pressured by Akersi, makes a good pass to the far side to Curtis. Center to Anderson. Boulier with a wind and a slap shot that doesn't get through. Schammel resetting. Good power play here for the Whitecaps. Lawrence sending it across. That puck is deflected as she was looking for Anderson out front. Boulier resetting again. Looks to Curtis at the half wall. Curtis. Shot from the faceoff circle. Knocked beside the net. Trying for the wraparound. Good play there by Bowie to cover up. The official goes down, as well as Lawrence. That puck is centered but jumps over the stick of Anderson. The Beauts have got to get a clear here. Sent not out. Kept in just over the blue line there. That play should have been offsides as Schammel sent it back in, but it's let go. Boulier over to Richards. Deflected out front, and that is a nice break for the Beauts because the faceoff will come out of the zone. They're saying that should come out. That went off a Whitecap stick for sure. And the Beauts will get a change that they needed. That puck went off a Whitecaps player's stick, and that faceoff is staying in the zone.
Nice break for the Beauts there. That puck going over the net. As there was a really great deflection opportunity. Nice play by the Whitecaps there.
Well, and the Beauts needed a change, but that puck should have been taken. That faceoff should have been out of the zone. Here's Guillen. Guillen taking a shot. Levier makes the save. No one there for the rebound, and the Beauts have to be careful. So Whitecaps break out. It's Payson. Up to Thunstrom, man. Can she fly? Thunstrom in over the zone. Centers it on the backhand out front, but Fujimagari tracks that one down. Thunstrom colliding with her teammate there. That's Richards and Thunstrom wiping each other out into the boards. No penalty called there, Justin.
Again, we see Thunstrom blazing down the wing, creating chances for her team. Not necessarily making a pass across, but just throwing a backhand low on the pads, looking for it to bounce out as it did, and just missed the opportunity there for the
Beauts
Caps.
win the draw. One clear here will kill the penalty, but they don't quite get it out. Thunstrom wins the battle. Guess who's covering up there? Sarah Bustad with another good play, and she turned it over at the blue line. That shot from Martinson is soaked in by Fujimagari. A good play by Bustad to come up with the puck, but a bad turnover. All the Beauts were breaking out of the zone. That almost led to a real good scoring chance for the Whitecaps.
Fujimagari is due for a nice ice bath after this game. Faced a lot of shots here so far. Less than 24 hours from action last night.
Beauts win the draw. Bustad comes up with it, turns to her forehand, sends it up the boards on her backhand, and it does get out with a second effort from Bowering and Bustad working together. Brooke Stacy out there for her first shift of the period, I believe. DeLay tries to pinch. We mentioned a bunch of times. Oh, what a hit there by DeLay on Barnes, and that's going to be a penalty against the Beauts as DeLay used her hip there to take Barnes out of the play. Beauts bench fired up by the hit, but yet another penalty.
And this is a sign of the frustration you're seeing mounting in the Beauts. They're getting nothing going. They're hemmed in their own zone the entire period, most of the game so far. And it's not a terrible play to put the play in the boards to fight for the puck, but it was the manner she drove her to the boards with a lot of force, and they call it a body check, and Beauts go down on the power play again.
2 minutes for body checking.
So the face-off to Fujimagari's left. Let's see if the penalty kill can keep it up for the Beauts here. Boulier at the point to Schammel. Schammel looking across ice to Curtis. Curtis comes up with it, sends it back to Boulier. Boulier's pressured back to Curtis. Cross ice to Schammel. Schammel shoots far post, misses wide. Curtis reloading at the half wall. Curtis backhands it to Boulier. Boulier pressured by Acursi, but a great play by Amanda Boulier. Sending it to Curtis. Curtis looking out front. Jumps over Anderson and Shammel's stick. And now Acursi down the ice with speed. Acursi sends it over to Bowie. Bowie to Acursi. Tries to center it. Levier takes the pass away. Might have waited too long there. Here's the chance on a wraparound. They jam away at it shorthanded. And Levier comes up with that puck. Bowie and Acursi, a two-woman wrecking crew on that penalty kill.
They're not generating offense 5-on-5. Let's try it shorthanded. The Buttes out there pushing hard for offense. That better the situation at this point. I'd like to see that aggressive penalty kill. A couple of nice opportunities there. They would have fired that first pass right away. They had Levier out of position, and that puck was sitting there pretty, waiting to be tapped in on that last opportunity.
You mentioned Acursi in her North-South game. There was never a doubt that Taylor Acursi was going to take that puck straight up the ice, and she did just that. Here comes Payson, dropping it for Barnes. Thunstrom comes up with it, and the Whitecaps back in the attacking zone on the power play. Puck goes behind the net to Payson. Great pass to the point. Shot taken by Martinson. Hits a body. The rebound comes right out front. And somehow that puck stayed out. I don't know if Fujimagari made a good save there or if it went under the side of the net. The net did get knocked off the moorings.
We keep talking about all the penalties the Buttes are taking and their lack of offense, but we talk about how great the PK is playing right now. There's a lot of movement on the Whitecaps power play, and the Buttes are not being drawn out of position by it.
Off the draw, the Buttes come up with it. It's Guillen. Ruggiero wins the draw. Guillen all the way down the ice with speed. Tries to center it. Maybe should have just put that on net because now the Whitecaps break out the other way. Nice read by Chermova to break that play up. Ruggiero careful not to use too much body. Martinson goes behind the net. Martinson sending it to the far side boards. Payson comes up with it. Winnie Brown back to Payson. Payson sending it down below the goal line. Puck comes across to Martinson. Lisa Martinson's shot is blocked by Ruggiero. The Whitecaps collected. Payson sends it behind the net to Thunstrom. Thunstrom to Brown. Brown centers. Fujimagari knocks the net off again. She made a save again. It's the third time we've seen Fujimagari push off the post and it come off the moorings, but she did make the save that time as well.
They might need to, redig a little bit of that hole for the mooring, and that's the same post keeps coming off the net over there.
I feel like we saw it last game too. The last weekend we called games about a month ago. I feel like we saw that happening as well.
We'll have to keep an eye. See someone over there during intermission taking at that.
All right, just 11 seconds to go, and the Whitecaps power play. One clear for the Buttes should kill it. And another, guess what, Justin? We have a procedural error called against the Buttes on the faceoff, so we'll try it again. Corinne Bowie can't believe it. Do you see her face right now, like her reaction? So Acursi comes in for the draw. She loses it to the Whitecaps. That was Schmidt that won the draw. Puck sent over to Rosenthal. Chelsea Rosenthal waits, sends it down to the half wall. Barnes is dispossessed, and the Buttes are out of the box. Taylor Acursi takes off the ice like we've seen so many times. Acursi's shot hits a leg. Second effort doesn't get through either, and the Whitecaps break out the other way. Donovan with some speed. Donovan looks to center. It doesn't get there because it was broken up neatly by Meg DeLay. DeLay can't quite handle it. Now she does. Rings it around the boards to Orzechowski, who turns it over to Barnes. Barnes looking to Schmidt. Doesn't get there. Schmidt does come up with the puck on the near side boards. They jam away at it. Boulier is there trying to dig it out as well. Barnes providing support, comes up with it. Barnes skates it through, tries to center it across the Donovan backdoor, but it doesn't get there. Skarbowski pins her woman to the boards, and four women jam away at it along the corner. Boulier providing support, comes up with it, now has it in the corner, tries to center, but broken up neatly by Meg DeLay. DeLay's tripped up and no call there. That was a stick right under her skate by Schmidt, right in front of the referee and no call, and DeLay looked at the referee as if to say, can we get one? Here's the Buttes looking to break out of their own end. DeLay has to send it back to Orzechowski. Buttes have to be careful it's not too many. Now they're offside. Here's Guillen. Nice moves over the line and then is quickly dispossessed as she tried to drag through. Here come the Whitecaps. It's Anderson. Back the other way. Drops it back to Schammel. Schammel doesn't shoot. Drags it through. Far post. Nobody able to get a stick to that as the back door was wide open for a tap in, but a good job by the Buttes. Here they come trying to break out of their own end. They get it out to Guillen. Guillen gathers on her back end. In over the blue line. Guillen shot. Saved by Olivier. Rebound to the corner. Funk tied up by Guillen. Guillen takes her woman down. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone, and Chermova comes up with it. Chermova to Peltier. Peltier to McPherson. McPherson sends it in. The Beauts only have 4 skaters out there. Now they get 5. Whitecaps resetting in their own end. Knocked down by Sheriff with a glove, but Lawrence touches it. Bowering keeps it in at the blue line. Fans on her shot. Gets it back again. On the backhand. Forehand now. Bowering can't quite corral this puck. Peltier winds. Takes a shot blocked out front. Doesn't get through. Chermova on a pinch. Almost gets beat. Here's Candace Sheriff bringing it back the other way. Sheriff leaves it for Bowering. Boulier behind her own net now. Boulier sends it up and it gets out. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Whitecaps. It's Lawrence. She has Richards across from her. Lawrence shoots. Fujimagari makes the save. Peltier behind her own net, trying to play it around the boards and does. Now she chips it up the boards, but not out. Another whack at it. Now it's tied up as 4 women digging over there. Bowering and Stacy for the Beauts. Richards comes up with it in the slot. Shoots. Fujimagari absorbs it into the crest of her jersey and holds on.
That's a big shot there by Richards. Really nice quick release and a lot of power on that thing. Ooh, nice save by Fujimagari, and again, cradling the rebound. Not a second chance there. But Beauts doing a good job. Finally get some shots on Levier down there. Generate some shots and a couple scoring opportunities.
Beauts win the draw. A couple players come together. The puck's just sitting there. Bowie comes up with it, and a nice backhand pass to a Kersey breaks the Beauts out. Here comes Klimasova now. Klimasova shot. Flagged down by Levier, but she didn't quite corral it. And that was a good rebound for the Beauts, a good rebound chance. There's a pinch that doesn't work out as DeLay tried to keep that in. Here's Meg DeLay now. Sending it back the other way, sends it on net. Levier knocks it down, scoops it to her own glove, picks it up for a whistle. 1:50 to go in period 2.
Levier noticing that the Beauts are getting some life here, some energy in her legs, and had a lot of time to get rid of the puck, but she wanted to slow the play down, keep momentum in her team's favor. That's a veteran play by a veteran goalie.
We see Megan DeLay talking to an official after that whistle. Probably just trying to maybe clear the air. The Beauts only have 4 skaters on the ice once again. They've been playing shorthanded for so long, they've just decided to play with 4 skaters. That's sarcasm in my very raspy voice. All right, the Whitecaps win the draw behind their own net. The Beauts come up with it, trying to get the puck deep, but the Whitecaps come up with it again. That's Barnes. They're jamming away at it behind the net. Barnes has it again, sends it up and off the glass, but not out as Orzechowski pinches, but now it is out. That's Donovan. She leaves it to Curtis right at the blue line. Curtis sends it over to Brown. Another shot saved by Fujimagari. There's some sticks coming in from Donovan there. Fujimagari had it against her chest and took a couple stick checks there from Sam Donovan. But another save and no rebound.
Nice save by Fujimagari on a shot from a high danger scoring area. The Beauts really need to go attack that point in that situation.
And here we go again. Another face-off error against the Beauts. Kersey comes in to take the draw when Bowie was excused from the circle. Here's Chelsea Rosenthal sending it down low to Barnes, who gets it deeper. Rosenthal has it at the point again. Sends it across to her deep partner. That shot saved by Fujimagari, and she holds on to it. A real good shot there by Oliva, but a better save by Fujimagari.
Talk about the period Fujimagari is having.
The game she's having.
The entire game, obviously. But every shot she's facing, there's no rebounds, lots of shots. She's absolutely holding the Beauts in this game so far.
Bowie doesn't get kicked out of the circle and wins the draw. Peltier to Chermova. Brooke Stacy out for another shift. Chermova sends it out with a minute to go in the period. Oliva sends it up, and it's chipped in over the line. Chermova on the backhand sends it to no one, unfortunately. Bowie tries to get it out, but Lawrence comes up with it. Lawrence behind the net. Lawrence trying to center it, but lost control of the puck. Lawrence, backhand intercepted by Peltier, and the Beauts look to break out. A nice stick check by Curtis on Peltier, though, prevented a breakout pass. Peltier to Acursi. Acursi turns it over at the blue line. Would have been a 2-on-1 developing, but a good cover up by Chermova. 18 seconds to play. The Whitecaps in their own end, trying to break it out. And they do. Lawrence sends it to the middle. That's Schammel. Schammel to Schmidt. 2-on-1 here. Schmidt in over the line. Shooting. Fujimagari makes a save. Rebound. Jammed away by the Beauts. Another big save by Fujimagari, and this period will end. Whitecaps 2. Beauts nothing. Solid penalty killing and goaltending from Mariah Fujimagari. And we'll head to period 3 with the Beauts trailing by 2. We'll be back with more after this on twitch.tv. This is NWHL Hockey.
Now, if there happens to be a tie, whoever scores the most in the least amount of time will be declared your winner. So let's read out the addresses. We have Jordan and Leo. Jordan looks like he's ready to go. On your mark, get set, go! Jordan's aiming for the wrong bet here. It's the big bet. So he's going to get at least one here. I will plan. We'll give him three. We'll give him three that last bet John did. Don't get
Steve Bermel alongside Justin Eric here as we get ready for a third period where the Beauts will hope to be shorthanded a little bit less than they were in that second period.
Yeah, you need to stay out of the box. You need to keep the stick. It's the speed of the Whitecaps that are really drawing us. A lot of hooks, a lot of trips. And the Beats getting frustrated, throwing some body, and that's adding to the cause too. Beats got to come out here and start putting hooks on net. Just anything, wherever you are, put a puck on the net and crash the net hard. Shots are 34 to 14. You need to get something going here. Anything.
But you could definitely hang your hat on if you're Buffalo. You could hang your hat on the period you had because you were shorthanded, I think, about 7 times, including 2 long 5-on-3s. And they killed every penalty, and that started and ended with Mariah Fujimagari in net.
Yeah, it wasn't a great period for the Beats, but a great job on the PK. Only one goal allowed in 5 or 6 power plays, I believe. But great job for the PK. They're having a great game so far. And that's one bright spot to look at here.
And no goals that period. So, yeah, you didn't get many shots on goal. You gave up a lot of power plays, but you're in the same boat you were in. Or did they score one that period?
They did.
So one early one for Minnesota. That's right. But here we are, third period underway. Whitecaps leading the Beauts 2-0. There's a shot by Shamel, saved by Fujimagari. It ends up going off her skate. So she knocked that wide. It goes off the end boards, comes back and hits her skate, and she covers up for a whistle.
Almost lucky bounce there for Shamel to put the puck on net. Almost bounced off the inboards right off Fujimagari's skate. And
like you're saying, Justin, just put the puck on net. You never know what might happen. And the Whitecaps almost got one there, but Fujimagari was able to cover. Here's the Beauts breaking out of their own end. It's Peltier. She feeds the puck up to Chermova. On a backhand, that puck bounces. That took a funny bounce, but a great play by Levier to read that. That puck could have went anywhere.
I hate a puck on net. Those get some weird bounces, those ones that float in the air. You never know which way they're going to bounce. It's called the knuckle puck. And that's a difficult save for goalies sometimes. And Levier being very careful and just gathering it in and not letting it go.
She looked like a shortstop gathering a chopper on that play. Face off to Levier's left. Puck is down. Whitecaps win the draw, but Ruggiero immediately giving chase, and the Beauts come up with the puck. Turn it over, however. Ruggiero lost her stick, so goes straight to the bench, and the Beauts are offside because the puck gets dumped back in, while McPherson and Guillen were both offside, and it bounced off McPherson's leg.
Seeing the Beauts attacking coming out here so far, 30 seconds in. It's good to see. At this point, just push at all costs.
Ruggiero was heading to the bench, but realized her line is still on the ice. Delay chips it ahead to Ruggiero. She gets it over the blue line, but it's quickly turned over, and a pass finds Jonna Curtis. Curtis to the middle. The puck goes over Barnstick, but ends up with Anderson. Anderson's shot goes high and wide. Curtis on the far side half wall puts it on Fujimagari, who gloves it down and holds on.
Both teams coming out here, just putting pucks in net, testing the goalie early. Both goalies standing tall.
Not even a minute into the period, and we've seen 4 or 5 shots on goal. Beauts win the draw. Come up with the puck, ringing it around the boards to Candace Sheriff, who finds an outlet pass to Becky Bowering. Bowering in over the line, puts it on net. That puck bounces again, and Levier holds on.
Another shot, another whistle. Both goalies hanging on, keeping the game slowed down here. Both teams still fighting for leverage here to start the third period.
Whitecaps win that draw. Out in front of her own net is Winnie Brown. Kim Brown putting some pressure on for the Beauts, but the Whitecaps get it out. Curtis through the neutral zone. Turned it over, and this will be an icing against the Beauts. It looks like that was Boostad trying to find someone to feed the puck to.
Could be in for a long third period here. About a minute and a half in, got about 8 whistles.
Yeah, a lot of start and stop so far. Very contrary to the first period, where we saw a wide open play for long stretches. Puck is down. They fight for it in the faceoff circle, and Kim Brown comes up with it for the Beauts. Bowering trying to get it out. With a third effort, does get it out. Chips it up the boards, and Sheriff heads in on the forecheck. Brown fans on the puck, but gathers it again behind her own net. Brown just happy to stay behind her net and wait for play to develop. Sheriff forces the puck out the other side. And now Sheriff will head to the bench as the top line for the Beauts comes out. Long pass to Thunstrom, finds her. She can't quite collect it in time, though. Ends up down behind the goal line. What a save by Fujimagari. That puck bounced out front, hit a leg, and Fujimagari stretched out the right pad. Kersey back the other way. Trying to come in through 4 Whitecaps. Gets hauled down. Skarbowski on a pinch, trying to keep the puck in, and she does. Bowie covering up at the point where Skarbowski pinches. Puck goes around the other way to Thunstrom. Thunstrom chips it ahead. Bowie comes up with it, but the puck did get out. She sends it right back in, and Kersey gives chase, applying pressure to Martinson. Martinson to Oliva. Oliva uses the boards and gets it out. Chermova in the neutral zone pops it back into the zone. Called offside. Guillen is saying that she and McPherson tagged up and is not happy with the call.
Well, the Beauts are doing a better job so far this period, just kind of possessing the puck and keeping it down in Minnesota for as long as they have so far this game. Which is good to see here. Start the periods are down 2 goals. You see how much they sprinkled in Brooke Stacy. You only saw her get 1 shift last period due to all the penalties they took, and they don't want her out there killing penalties.
Beauts win the draw. Chermova chases it back to her own end. She stops, looks up ice, sends it to the neutral zone, but it's intercepted. Puck bounces around. Beauts come up with it, and here's a chance as McPherson's in over the line. She stops, looks back to the point, but pressured by 3 Whitecaps, manages to get it deep to Guillen. That was a great play. Guillen back to the point. It's Bustad. Sends it on net. Levier. Great glove there by Amanda Levier. Holds on to it.
And that puck had eyes. Went through a lot of bodies there. And a nice job by Levier seeing it the whole way and snagging it with her glove there. Another defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Whitecaps here. Beauts are doing a good job. Here we see Brooke Stacy on the ice for first shift of third period, getting her in the action early.
Puck is down. Whitecaps come up with it and take it behind their own net. Stacy immediately applying pressure, forces a turnover. Bowering. That puck squirts out front to Richards. No Beauts there to come up with it. And here comes, check that, that's Schammel, and it comes out. Schammel sends it to the middle to Schmid, but that goes wide. Puck sent behind the net. Beauts come up with it and look to break out. Looking for Sheriff, but that pass was deflected. Neatly knocked away there by Funk. Bowering pinches into the corner. They whack away at it in the corner. Sheriff tries to come up with it. Stacy forechecking. Puck hits a leg, comes to the near side boards, and Funk carries through the neutral zone. Funk over the blue line, keeps the puck, walks in, shooting. Fujimagari with a great glove save as that puck was labeled for inside the far post. But Fujimagari catches that puck and holds on.
Fujimagari showing quick reflexes and reaction there. The nice glove save. But Brooke Stacy playing down with the Bowering line. Pete Perman really likes that line they got going, like Pearson, Guillen, and Ruggiero here.
Callie Funk with a nice play to open herself up for that shot, chipping it off the boards to herself. The Beauts have the puck in their own end, but Bowie is heavily guarded by a few Whitecaps, and they end up keeping the puck in on a forecheck. Funk with a heavy shot from the point, gets through some traffic, rebound, still loose out in front. Puck comes up, coming out of the zone, and it's Kersey with a nifty move to beat Funk. Kersey on her backhand, driving to the net. She's dispossessed by a nice poke check by Amanda Boulier, and Boulier trying to get it out. That puck was deflected, but got out to the neutral zone anyway. Bowie winds and hammers the puck in deep as the Beauts head off on a line change. Levier tees it up behind her net for Funk. Boulier intercepted by McPherson. McPherson in over the line. McPherson shoots. Levier gets an arm on it. And we have a penalty here coming up to the Whitecaps. Looks like it might be a too many women on the ice charge. Not sure why the whistle blew. That puck was still alive. It hit Levier's arm. Never mind. It's a call against the Beauts. That explains why there was a whistle. Guillen goes to the box, as does Boulier. So the Beauts, just when you think they're going to get a chance. 4 aside now. Brooke Stacy with Emma Ruggiero out there. Peltier and Chermova at the point. 4 aside. 15:06 to go in period 3. Ruggiero wins the draw. Stacy drops it back to Peltier. Peltier looking to the net. Puck deflects a few times and goes wide. Ruggiero digs it out. Looking back to the point maybe. Spins it down low instead to Stacy. Can't quite get it there. And they dig away at it. On the backhand, right to Peltier. Peltier shoots. That stick got checked. Couldn't get as much on it as she wanted to. Ruggiero back to the point, but it comes out over the line. Chermova chips it back in. Stacy tags and applies a forecheck. That pass gets past Curtis, but Thunstrom with speed. Thunstrom walking in, checked, shoots, behind Fujimagari, she scores. Another play where the speed of Allie Thunstrom pays off. She may not have scored that goal. That might have been tipped in by Curtis instead, but Thunstrom made that goal happen. Curtis looks like she gathers the loose puck in the crease and tapped it in.
Thunstrom is an absolute threat every time she touches the puck. 2 steps and she's gone at full speed. Anytime she gets it, she creates opportunity. She's a really fun player to watch. I didn't know much about her coming this weekend, but I will keep an eye on her going forward. She's a fun player to watch. Very fast. A Beauts again being killed by the speed of the Whitecaps.
Yeah, Chermova tried to get that puck deep, and she didn't. And because she didn't get it deep, it turned into a quick turnaround for the Whitecaps to get it a breakout. Schammel giving chase to this puck. Boostad coming up with it. Boostad on her backhand. Instead turns around, tries to send it behind the net to delay, but no luck. And the Whitecaps have possession. Whitecaps sending it down low to Schammel, but it doesn't get there. And the Beauts will look to break it out here. Bowie to a Kersey who tipped it. It ends up down the ice. Should have been an icing, but not called one. Puck's in the neutral zone with McPherson, who sends it back to delay. Check that to Orzechowski. McPherson getting turned around by the forecheck of Lawrence. And the Beauts send it up through the neutral zone. Orzechowski trying to send it in, deflected by Lawrence up in the air. And the faceoff will come just outside the Whitecap zone.
Let's say thanks to all you tuned in here on Twitch.tv, hanging out here with us on a Sunday. Watches some NWHL action. Beauts down 3-0. Who do you think is going to be the hero here for the Beauts to get a spark here? Who's going to light the spark to ignite the fire here for the Buffalo Beauts?
Another goal for the Whitecaps opens up a 3-0 lead. With 13:20 to go in period 3. There's a quick shot kicked aside by Fujimagari. And the Beauts trying to break out quickly. That long pass broken up by Anderson, though. And the Whitecaps coming the other way. 3 seconds left in the coincidental minors. Stacy giving pressure on the forecheck. We're back to 5 aside. Stacy pressuring. That's Oliva. Oliva goes down to the ice with the puck underneath her. Stacy digs it out but can't quite come up with it. Kept in at the point by delay. Bowering trying to center it. It hits a leg, doesn't get on net. Bowering behind the net now to Guillen. Puck squirts all the way around to Orzechowski. Guillen comes up with it in the slot. Guillen shoots. What a save by Levier. Good job to get her right arm on that puck. Boostad trying to send it back deep, and she does. The Beauts tag up. Bowering gives chase. Puck rung around the boards. Ruggiero comes up with it. Centering it for Guillen off the pads of Levier. And Richards looking to break out for the Whitecaps. Richards a great pack to Thunstrom. Thunstrom backhand through the crease. Comes out the other side. Bowering comes up with it. Tries a backhand pass. It's intercepted by Richards. But a good steal here. Ruggiero back to Peltier. What a steal by Emma Ruggiero in the neutral zone. Unfortunately, nothing comes of it for the Beauts. Thunstrom appeared to put herself offside there, but no call coming. Here's Bowie with a puck through the neutral zone with speed. Bowie in over the line. Bowie beats her defender, goes to the net. Kersey shoots and scores! Corinne Bowie with speed over the blue line, and the Beauts finally convert on an odd woman rush, and it's Taylor Kersey yet again. And the Beauts have life with 11:50 to go in regulation.
Phenomenal effort by Corinne Bowie there. Absolutely showing her own speed and burning puck around the outside and firing up a puck across the crease there to Kersey that buries it on Olivier. Really
Go ahead, Justin.
Great rush for the Beauts. Nice individual effort by Bowie.
That's the second time that Bowie and Kersey had an odd woman rush. The last time it felt like they took a little long to send the puck across the crease. And a power play coming up now for the Beauts. We'll see if they can build on that momentum as Bowie was hauled down by Barnes. Should have a hooking call here against Lauren Barnes.
Buffalo Beauts captain Corinne Bowie out there trying to put her team on her back, get them going. Creating the first goal and now drawing a penalty here for a big Beauts power play. Can put them within one.
Barnes called for a trip. The Beauts send the second power play unit out, seeing as their top line just played a long shift. Brooke Stacy with it in the corner. Gets it back to the point. Klimasova putting it on net. It's tipped. They score! And just like that, the Buffalo Beauts are right back in the game. A point shot from Klimasova gets deflected. Brooke Stacy was out front. Guillen was out front as well. Klimasova currently claiming the goal. And in 14 seconds or so, the Beauts have scored two.
Been saying all game is put pucks on net. You never know what's going to happen. Puck on net, it finds its way through somehow. And you can think Korean Bowie out there driving this Florida team, generating the first goal, drawing the penalty, and after they scored that goal, Korean Bowie went up and down the bench, pat each player on the back, getting their team hyped up. Beauts are right back in this one.
What an answer for the Buffalo Beauts. Sorry about my voice getting all scratched up here. Here come the Whitecaps back with speed. Lawrence sending it out front. Fujimagari able to poke check that puck away. Bowie on the backhand sending it up for Klimasova. Klimasova will head to the bench. Lawrence bringing it in over the zone. Lawrence a shot off the pads of Fujimagari. And here's Stacy. But we have a whistle here. Not sure what we have going on. No penalty here. What happened? Well, maybe the net came off the moorings again. Not sure what the call is here, Justin.
Whitecaps doing what they do, though. Answering that goal, coming right back down the ice, streaking down the wing, and just throwing a puck down low at the feet of Fujimagari, looking for any kind of rebounds there.
So the face-off to Fujimagari's left. So the Whitecaps through the face-off circle. There's a shot that goes wide of the net, deflected. The Beauts trying to jam away at it to get it out. Bowering can't quite get it out. It's turned over here to Barnes out in front. She looked like she got hooked down to the ice, but no call. And the Beauts going after the puck. Stacy seeing a lot of action here in the third period. She was absolutely held up on the play. And Stacy ends up drawing a penalty, and the Beauts will go right back to the power play.
Buffalo coming out here, buzzing pretty hard in the third period. Got their feet moving, drawing penalties left and right. Brooke Stacy, individual effort, drawing a penalty, getting her stick held up.
Brooke Stacy just using her speed and strength to beat Whitecaps captain Winnie Brown. And Brown had no choice but to hold her up. And now let's see if the Beauts can answer and tie this game. 2-minute power play with 10:21 to go in period 3. Off the face-off, the Whitecaps jam it off the boards, but it's not out. Peltier holds it in to a Kersey Bowie with a shot. Flagged down and held by Levier.
Nice play by Peltier there. Just faked the slap shot just to make that defender hesitate a little bit because she knew the whole time she wanted to get that puck over to Bowie for the clap with it. It's a really smart play.
Now both centers jump the gun. No one removed from the face-off circle. Kersey gives chase at the puck behind the net. Here's the Butte set up at the point. Peltier to Chermova. Chermova looking, goes to the half wall. That's a Kersey down behind the net for Bowie. Bowie tries to ring it around to Bowering. Bowering sends it back to a Kersey on the backhand. This squirts to Barnes. Kept in there by Peltier. What a play. Bowie looks, fires. Fired wide of the net, but the Buttes will get a chance to reset. Peltier and a Kersey play catch. A Kersey lets that puck go to Bowering. Bowering is stick checked by Rosenthal. Probably should have looked to go back to a Kersey. Now Barnes comes up with it and will hammer it the length of the ice. Fujimagari behind her own net. Sends it off the half wall to Stacy. Stacy on the backhand. A good pass to Guillen. Guillen feeds it to McPherson. McPherson turns, looking for help at the point, but the Buttes are changing. McPherson gets a turnover there. Thunstrom through the neutral zone with speed. Thunstrom in over the line, shooting. Fujimagari knocks it wide. Funk pinching in. The Buttes with a chance to get some numbers if they can get it out. But a good play by Funk to pinch and keep it in. Buttes are behind their net. Bringing it through the neutral zone. Looks like Guillen. Guillen sending it in deep. McPherson giving chase. Tries to center it to Stacy. Puck hops up in the air. And now the Buttes' second power play unit is set up. Klimasova to Bustad. Bustad shoots. Oh, that gets deflected and goes just wide. McPherson Resets back to the point. Klimasova to Bustad. Bustad shoots again, looking for the deflection. Kean can't quite get a stick on it. McPherson resetting a third time. 5 seconds left on the power play. Klimasova shoots. And we have an injury here. Richards blocked that shot. Maybe the net comes off the moorings. That's what we had. That same net comes off the moorings again.
The Beauts coaching staff are out giving the Whitecaps a healthy dose of Brooke Stacy this period so far. Already has 4 shifts, getting her mixed into the action here.
So power face off to Levier's right. Quick shot on goal, saved by Levier. And the Whitecaps chip it out. They were looking for Brown out of the box, but it didn't connect. So the Beauts in the neutral zone now trying to gain the blue line. Puck does end up deep. Funk comes up with it off the boards. Sheriff on the pinch to the blue line. Did a good job. Levier will hold it. 7:56 to go in period 3 as we head to our last media timeout. 2 straight goals for the Beauts have them back within 1. It's Whitecaps 3, Beauts 2 with 7:56 to play.
Back here for some NWHL action. I want to take a look at Amanda Levier's pads here. Those are some nice pedals she's got going on. If the camera guy could get a quick zoom in on those. Those are some nice pads. Brand new pads for Levier here.
Beauts win the draw. The puck ends up past Skarbowski, but she keeps it in. Taylor Kersey behind the net. Puck is turned over as Schmidt comes up with it. It looks to break out. Schmidt to Lawrence. A backhand pass finds Schammel, and Schammel's in over the line. That looked offside. No whistle coming, though. Schammel held up, and it looked like the Whitecaps were offside on that play. Puck comes out front, deflected just wide. A Kersey coming up with the puck at the half wall, trying to get it out. Off the boards, that puck beats Martinson. We'll see if it's an icing, and it is. I thought Martinson might have had a chance at that puck. 7:20 to play in period 3.
7:20 to go here in the period. Buffalo Beauts looking the sharpest they've looked all game. Using their speed to drop penalties. I wanted to see the Beauts here chip the puck out of the zone, have a winger streaking out. Hopefully catch the Minnesota Whitecaps struggling to draw another hook here.
Try to beat Minnesota at their own game, if you will. That puck bounces up in the air, and it's in a dangerous spot right in front of the net. Nobody can come up with it. But now the Beauts do. This looks like a Kersey coming through with speed. A Kersey takes a shot. She scores! Taylor Kersey with speed through the neutral zone beats Levier stick side, and we are 3-3.
I said it earlier. Fear this game out of Taylor Kersey. Whenever you see her, she's breaking in all alone against 2 defenders. You saw it again right there. And she's putting her shot on display this weekend. Had a rocket in the circle and beat Levier clean tops up yesterday. Does it again this afternoon. Huge weekend for Kersey here. The 3rd goal of the weekend.
Another unassisted goal for Taylor Kersey. And we are 3 aside. Ruggiero puts it up off the glass. But the Whitecaps come up with it and gain the blue line. And Barnes on the backhand sends it down low, looking out front, but that pass ends up behind the net. The Whitecaps trying to set themselves up into the slot. That shot hits a leg and goes off wide. McPherson up for Guillen. Guillen trying to find Ruggiero. Ruggiero just takes a swipe at it and gets it deep. That's a great play by Emma Ruggiero. We've seen her have a great weekend as well, Justin. Ruggiero applying pressure here and forces Oliva into a turnover. Puck goes behind the net. Bowering giving chase. Bowering, and it looks like Stacy over there in the far corner. Check that. That's Brown. Bustad with a shot from the point, looking for a deflection. Brown got a piece of it, but not enough to direct it on net. And Levier will hold on.
We talked a lot about the weekend that Ruggiero's had so far. Look at this play right here. Yeah, that play had no business being in Minnesota zone. An amazing second effort, going down to her knees and swinging at the puck, getting the puck deep, and then chasing the puck down low, causing a turnover, and the Beauts have it now with defensive zone faceoff. Great play by Ruggiero.
Yeah, the Beauts were caught in a change there. This puck was in the slot on Stacy's stick, but it bounces off of her stick, and Schmidt takes it the other way. Check that, it's Barnes that takes it the other way. Richards. Sorry about that. Beauts looking to break out now. Pass gets just past Bowering. It ends up back in the Whitecap zone with Funk. Funk leaving it for Boulier. Off the boards. Turnover here in the neutral zone, but nobody wants the puck. Payson does a good job kicking that puck back to Boulier. Accursi applying a forecheck. Boulier finds Richards in stride on the near side boards. Bustad covering up on defense. Her backhand is intercepted by Boulier, who's in deep. Boulier maybe looking to the point to Funk, but can't get it there. Drops it behind the net to Thunstrom. Thunstrom trying to get it out front. Fujimagari comes up with it and covers it for a whistle.
Whitecaps having a tough period here, and they're just looking to get anything going. Throwing pucks down the net from anywhere they are. Pucks behind the net, pucks from the boards. They're looking for any kind of energy they can go in here for their team. Fujimagari standing tall and not allowing anything to kick out front in terms of rebounds.
Face off to Fujimagari's right. It's won by the Whitecaps. Funk trying to send it deep, but it hits a leg. Skarbowski giving chase. Bowie knocked down and taking out Skarbowski in the process. They got to get up in front of the net. What a play by Klimasova to dispossess. Absolutely pick the pocket there. But the Whitecaps come back up with it in the neutral zone, and they're onside. Chipped back out. Now the Whitecaps will have to tag up. There's a penalty coming here as Accursi was just pushed over by Lawrence. This will be an interference call as the puck was nowhere to be found. And now Justin, with 4:49 to go, can the Beauts find a way to take the lead for the first time this weekend?
Sure, they're out here moving the puck very well. The story of this third period has been the Beauts speed players showing off their speed. And the Whitecaps aren't handling it well. A lot of hooks, a lot of trips, and another one there. Accursi, again, looking to break out of the zone by herself and gets hauled down by a Whitecaps defender, Lawrence here, and Beauts back on their currently buzzing power play.
Second unit out there. Bustad and Klimasova at the points. Down to the half wall. That's Bowering, I believe. Klimasova with a shot. Deflected up in the air. It's loose. Rebound. Another penalty coming up here. And it's going to Minnesota.
Huge opportunity here for the Buffalo Beauts. Klimasova took a shot up high. Rebound was sitting there pretty. Back to be tapped in. Funk held up the Beauts forward.
Trying to see who that was. That might have been Guillen in front of the net who got hauled down. As the puck popped up in the air, Guillen was trying to flag it down. And she gets hauled down to the ice. And a long 5-on-3 for the Beauts here. 1 minute and 41 seconds. They leave the second power play unit out there. And this is the Beauts' golden opportunity. Puck goes to Bustad. Klimasova back to Bustad. Bustad sends it to Guillen. Back to Bustad. That shot deflected. Oh, it's out in front. But they can't get a stick on it. And it's chipped out to the neutral zone. Klimasova sending it right back up the ice. Guillen with a nice move. Goes far side of the blue line. They're outside. It's Brooke Stacy to Guillen. Guillen, near side, sent up to Klimasova, to Bustad. Bustad takes her time. Bustad working it to the high slot, sending it to the near side. McPherson. Bustad shoots. Down low, saved by Levier. It's still loose. And now Levier has it and holds on.
This is a nice 5-on-3 so far for the Buffalo Beauts. They're really collapsing in, working in tight space, which allows better, more dangerous shots here.
And the Whitecaps unable to clear the puck the length of the ice, which we mentioned was an issue for the Beauts. And the reason that they struggled to kill penalties when they couldn't clear the puck all the way down the ice, the Whitecaps weren't able to send the puck all the way down either. Top unit out now for the Beauts. Bowie wins the draw, not quite. Boulier trying to send it down the ice, but she won't get it out. Peltier at the point, sending it down low. Bowie to Chermova. Chermova, Peltier. Back to Chermova, Peltier again. Peltier to Bowie. Bowie, Peltier, she shoots. That puck is deflected. Kersey coming up with it. Sending it back to the point. It's Chermova. Peltier again. Peltier to Bowie. Bowie taking her time. Peltier. Bowie. Peltier once again. Chermova winds, fires. And we have the net off the moorings, I believe. It's my best guess.
It's that same post you have trouble with all game long so far.
The one-timer taken by the Beauts was saved by Levier. It's the far side post from us. The far side post keeps coming off the moorings. And it looks like we have a timeout taken by the Beauts.
Coach Pete Pyram calling the timeout. Wants to draw a play up for his team here. He knows he's got a big opportunity. 3 minutes left in the game. They need to put one in here. Absolutely great period here for the Buffalo Beauts. Came out flying, drawing penalties left and right. Kareem Bowie put the team on her back to spark this fire the Beauts got going here.
And Taylor Kersey continues to shoot the puck so well. Just picking corners this weekend.
Not known for a dominant shot, but really putting the shot she has on display here. Absolutely picking corners with Rockets. The goal she had yesterday was a missile. Heat-seeking missile for the top shelf that beat Levier clean. You don't usually see those go in on Amanda Levier. And the one today here, too, top shelf blocker side. Levier was in position but had no chance at it. Good goal scorers. Always what they like to do is shoot for the years. That's a hard save for a goalie to make.
And a second unassisted goal for Taylor Kersey this weekend, where she just gathers the puck in the neutral zone. We mentioned it a couple times, a very north-south skater. Just takes the puck up ice on the wing that she happens to be on, and then just buries it into the corner. First unit stays out there for the Beauts. No surprise after a timeout. We have an issue with the time clock here.
Something to note, it's a small note, but the Beauts, every forward is on their offhand so far in this power play, so they're looking for a big one-timer to come from anywhere in this power play.
All right, so the penalties are corrected now. Two-woman advantage for another 33 seconds for Buffalo. Corinne Bowie wins the draw. Chermova and Peltier play catch. Chermova back to Peltier to Bowie. Bowie centers it, deflected out front, but that puck goes right back to Bowie. Peltier looking, and the net is off yet again. And this is definitely frustrating. I'm sure for the Beauts here, and I'm sure it was frustrating for the Whitecaps last period, where you're trying to generate something on offense, and the net just keeps getting knocked off the moorings.
I'm not surprised they had someone come out here and try to fix this issue yet. They just got to kind of dig in that hole for the mooring a little bit more so it's more stable.
Remember the old days when the nets didn't move. They would anchor into the ice.
That was painful.
Talk about safety. Safety is important, don't get me wrong.
Here the refs now trying to hit it with some water, see if they can kind of freeze into place a little more. Hitting both posts just for safe measure.
And you can't blame the goaltender. It's their job to push off a post, right? I mean, that's the only leverage that they have is to get the skate inside the post.
It's tough. I play goalie, here and there. So it's tough when you're goalie because it's in your head. You want to push on that post and you know you're not going to have a strong base.
Bowie wins the draw again. Chermova backhands it to Peltier. Back to Chermova. Chermova. Bowie, one-timer. She fires it wide. Kersey to Chermova. Peltier. Back to Kersey. One-timer. She scores! Taylor Kersey. Counted as a hat trick for Kersey. Got a one-timer to the near post. And your Buffalo Beauts are in the lead. 4-3.
Big booming shot from Kersey. Looking for that one-timer on the power play. They found Kersey down low in that circle. And she ripped it home. And a hard angle shot. And hit it with no problem at all. The way to be Levy, I've been saying all weekend, is beat her laterally to the very aggressive goaltender. She's late to get over there. And the Beauts hit it perfectly right there. Four goals. 4 unanswered goals in this third
one period. Kersey with the water bottle knocker on that shot. Kersey rocked Bowie and Chermova with the assist on that Kersey blast. And the Beauts still on the power play for 16 seconds. Here's Guillen, feeds it to the front of the net to Stacy, and that puck went just wide. McPherson driving to the net. She goes behind. McPherson to Bustad. Bustad to Klimasova with the shot that just goes wide. That puck is centered out front. And look out here as Funk has an opportunity out of the box. But the Whitecaps had already iced it down to kill the rest of the penalty. Please forgive me for my voice. Been sick this weekend, and these goals are not helping the voice at all. Boostad behind their own net. Boostad trying to chip it out with no luck there. They jam away at it just inside the Beauts blue line. There are 5 women snapping at the puck. At some point, the officials should just whistle it down. Still jamming away at it. Yeah, there it is. The Beauts are probably happy to have that happen and milk the clock with 1:49 to go.
I was going to say, great job for the Beauts just getting the puck on the boards and eating it, taking as much clock as possible here. Look for the Whitecaps pull a goal here and push as hard as possible. They're going to put anything on that low at the feet of Fujimagari.
Face off to Fujimagari's left is won by the Whitecaps, but intercepted. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Beauts. It's Ruggiero. Imagine that. With a Kersey, Ruggiero shoots. Save, rebound. And guess what? The net is off the moorings again.
So the water didn't work.
At this point, though, every time the net has come off the moorings, a goal may not have been scored. It wasn't like the puck goes into the net, but it has affected some scoring chances, but that puck went wide anyway.
Forestry is part of the game. It's something you got to deal with. You can't get too frustrated. It is frustrating, but like I said, part of the game.
The Beauts have still managed to score 4 goals on that net. Bowie losing the draw, now coming up with the puck back to Skarbowski. She tipped it in front to Ruggiero. Ruggiero trying to send it to the point, but it's intercepted by Lawrence. But Bowie intercepts it right back. Aliva has to grab it behind her own net. Aliva sending it up the boards. Intercepted at the blue line. Sent right back in. That might have hit a player on the bench.
Coach Pete Perman showing a lot of confidence here to have a Ruggiero in her first NWHL action this weekend. Yesterday was her first game. Today her second game. And keeping her in the lineup, he's got her out there right
with
now.
Bowie. We're playing with some of the top line players. And Taylor Kersey.
Killing out the end of this game.
Yeah, Coach Parham learning a couple things about Ruggiero this weekend for sure. Aliva circling back in her own end, feeds it to Boulier, back to Aliva. Aliva looking for a breakout pass, but none coming. Brooke Stacy on the forecheck. That puck misses everybody, and the Beauts come up with it. Peltier off the boards. Finds Brooke Stacy, who does a good job chipping it in deep. 1 minute to play in regulation. Aliva behind her net. Sending it up the boards. Peltier will come up with it in her own end and send it right back out. McPherson looking to get it ahead here, and she does on the backhand. Trying to send it deep, but Boulier comes up with it. Whitecaps still can't get Levier to the bench, and they won't here either. The Beauts sending it right back in. The Beauts are still offside. Stacy has to tag up, but because she doesn't turn around to tag up, that's offside. And that could hurt the Beauts because that would have taken more time off the clock.
Well, we're seeing something we haven't seen the Beauts be able to do all weekend here, and that's trap the neutral zone. Talk about how to stop the speed of the Whitecaps, and it's to clog the neutral zone, but the Beauts have not been able to. They've been down, pushing to come back all weekend. And now they're clogging the neutral zone, and the Whitecaps are really struggling to find space. And when you're a speed team like the Caps, you really need all that space to operate, and they don't have it right now. They can't even get out of their own zone. Beaut's doing a really great job blocking them down.
So Minnesota calling a timeout here. What do you think they're talking about? Obviously, goal number 1 is to get Amanda Levier to the bench.
I think you're going to see a skater line up wide, and just going to look. You'll probably see Thunstrom line up wide out here. See, put her on the ice and look to have her blazing down the zone. Get a puck to the point and just put some pucks on net for Fujimagari here. That's what I think they're going to look to do.
That's a great point. They have so many great skaters. Could be Jonna Curtis. Should be Thunstrom, as you mentioned. So their goal is going to be to win the draw back and immediately bring the puck near side just to get the puck up ice to get Levier to the bench.
I predict you see
Levier might stay on the bench here. She's sitting down. We'll see if she comes out, and she does. So Kersey, McPherson, and Bowie up front.
Line Curtis up wide on the outside here.
Chermova and Peltier on defense. The play didn't quite work out for the Whitecaps. That would be an icing, except Thunstrom. Thunstrom beats that out. That should not be an icing called against the Whitecaps, as Thunstrom was the first player down the ice, and they're very unhappy with that call, as they should be. Faceoff's going to go to center ice.
It's up in arms and bring the puck back out to center ice here.
So they admit that they had the icing call wrong, but it still hurts the Whitecaps.
It's actually a really, really smart face-off breakup play there by the Whitecaps. What they're trying to do, they wanted to draw attention to Curtis over here, while Thunstrom came up and snuck in the middle. That's a really smart,
The
intelligent play.
Whitecaps, Minnesota, very frustrated with the lineswomen, and rightfully so, because that play comes back to hurt them for sure. Boulier in her own end. Minnesota with 4 forwards on the ice. Look how 2 players coming together over there. Anderson sending it up the boards. This play's picked off by a Kersey off the boards. This will be an icing, but if you're the Beauts, you don't mind at all.
You take that
9 seconds to go, and now Levier will get to the bench. Sorry,
take that
Justin.
icing all day. You get the puck out of the zone. You just hope you win the face-off. And pray for the Whitecaps is finally Levier gets off the ice. I cannot talk right now. Off the ice and out to the bench. Look for a quick shot on net here, and everyone crashing hard.
They're fixing the clock here. Currently reads 9.4. Sorry about my voice to those watching on Twitch.
It's an admirable job.
Listen,
Also legendary goal cards with no goal calls, no voice.
Yeah, that's part of the reason the voice is gone. 10 seconds on the bench. 10 seconds on the clock, forgive me. So the face-off to Vajimagari's left with 10 seconds to play. They jam away at it. The puck just sitting in the face-off circle with the Beauts are perfectly happy about. Chip down the ice, and this will do it for your Buffalo Beauts. Penalty coming up here to the Whitecaps as a Kersey got hauled down. But I tell you what, Taylor Kersey, no issue getting taken down there. And the Buffalo Beauts with a comeback win from down 3-0. 4 third-period goals, and your Buffalo Beauts skate out with a victory.
Absolutely stunning third period for the Buffalo Beauts. 4 unanswered. 3 goals in 1 period for Taylor Kersey. Putting the team on her back. Absolutely the first star of the game here. Got to give it up for the game Fuji Magari had. Also putting the team on her back as well, keeping them in it all game long. She faced a lot of shots today and held very strong. Didn't give up much. No rebounds all game. Amazing game for Fuji. Amazing weekend for Fuji Magari.
So your final score here is Beauts 4, Whitecaps 3. We'll be back with a full recap after this break. NWHL action, Buffalo 4, Minnesota 3. Back after this.
Welcome back to the Northtown Center here in Amherst, New York. Fort Butte, as we call it. Big, huge third period for the Buffalo Beauts. 4 unanswered goals. Beating the Minnesota Whitecaps 4-3. What did you see here today, Steve?
Well, it felt like when the Beauts were given a chance to play 5-on-5 or given a couple power plays, they took advantage. It was hard to judge that second period where they struggled to get any offense going, but it was shorthanded for most of the period. And in the third period, the Beauts absolutely carried the play. I'm not going to say they deserved 4 goals, but they found a way to get them. And that's a huge win for the Beauts. 2 games in a row where they managed to come back when trailing 4-0 yesterday and 3-0 today. What a resilient group of ladies these Beauts are.
Yeah, not afraid when they get down. No deficit is too big for these girls. They put their nose in the grindstone and they grind it out pretty hard. And what a game for Fuji Magari. Huge game for Taylor Kersey. What can you say? There's not enough to say. You can say about that third period. I have no words for it, honestly.
They did exactly what they needed to do to carry out a win when you end up trailing, you find yourself trailing 3-0. All you can do is hopefully cash in a couple on the power play. They do so. You mentioned Corinne Bowie carrying the team on her back. You mentioned Taylor Accursey having an absolutely huge game. And let's get a scoring recap here. So the scoring was open at even strength in the first period. The 10:50 mark, Minnesota scores Allie Thunstrom with an assist from Jonna Curtis. The Whitecaps double their lead at the 2:49 mark of the second period on a power play goal from Lisa Martinson, assisted by the first goal scorer, Allie Thunstrom. 3-0 Minnesota in the third period, 5:30 into the third period, as Jonna Curtis scored with an assist once again, Allie Thunstrom. And then here comes the comeback. 8-10 in the third period, an even strength goal by Taylor Accursey, assisted by Corinne Bowie and Iveta Klimasova. A power play goal from Erin Guillen from Klimasova and Bustad made the game 3-2. Taylor Accursey scores the tying goal, originally called unassisted, but an assist was given to Mariah Fajimagari. And the power play goal that turned into the game winner, a big one-timer from Taylor Accursey, assist from Corinne Bowie and Lenta Chermova. Some big games from the top line for the Buffalo Beauts today, and they skate off with a well-earned 4-3 victory.
Yeah, nice shout out to Pete Parham too for calling a timely timeout there and drawing up you got the right players on the ice. As I said, everyone was on their offhand, and they were looking for a one-timer. And sure enough, they drew up the perfect play, found a Kirsty down low, and she buried it on a tough angle shot. What a game!
It's a great game for the Beauts. So the Beauts end up at 4-4, and they do end up leapfrogging the Whitecaps back in the standings, so they find themselves in second place. Until next time, for Justin Eric, I'm Steve Bermel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us on twitch.tv/NWHL. Take care, and we'll see you next time.